friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video I thought I would do a little reading vlog because I've literally not done a reading vlog in so long, so I thought it would be kind of fun because I have literally been in the biggest book slump for like the past 6 to 8 months. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough out here, and I'm feeling like I actually want to be reading. When I'm in a book slump I just don't want to read at all and it's the worst thing ever, and then now I'm out of it, I'm like, oh wait, I kind of want to pick up my book today. For today's reading vlog, I thought that I would do like a second part to my finishing book series I'm currently in the middle of video. If you're asking if I've made any progress on all those book series I was currently in the middle of last video, the answer is no. I'm still in the middle of the same amount. So if you want to see what book series I'm currently in the middle of, I went through all of them at the start of my first video where I did this series. So if you want to look, you can go check that video out. The first book that I'm going to start off with in this video is Draekora by Lynette Onie, which is my current read. This is the third book in the Medoran Chronicles series. The first book is Akane, and then I read the second book, Rayleigh, about like a month or two ago, and I decided to pick this one up. I'm 136 pages in. This series is sort of like a Narnia meets Harry Potter. Our main character Alex goes through a random door in the first book and she finds herself in this magical world called Medora, and she finds out that she has powers and she goes to this magical school called Akane, and then she finds out that there is a villain in this world and it turns out that she has the powers to stop him, and it's a whole thing. So I'm on to the third book in that series. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of novellas and there's 5 main books in the series. I actually love this series so much. It's super easy to read. Yeah, they've had a few plot twists and there was a few little crumbs of romance in the last book and I was like, give me more. Yeah, I'm super excited to get through this one. I think I'm like 20% through, 25% through. So I am gonna read some of that this afternoon. If you see all my study stuff on my bed, it's because it's assignment week. So if I don't read heaps of this today, I'm not too mad about it because I have an assignment due in a few days time, so I do need to do some of that as well, but I'm also going to try and read a big chunk of this too. I do also have an idea of some other books that I want to read in this video. I think I'm going to try and read 3 books in this video, and I'm not going to lie, they're a little emotionally damaging. We're going to see how I feel at the end of this book and see if there's anything emotionally damaging in this story first before I continue to damage my emotions further. But we'll get to that later. Later, and I just wanted to do a little reading update on Draekora. I've been super busy with like studying and I had a uni assignment due, so I haven't read as much as I wanted to, but I'm currently around like 50 to 60% of the way through the book. I'm up to page 238 so far, loving it. I didn't know if I would like this one as much as I've liked the other ones because it's sort of a different storyline. It's sort of like set in a different area than the first two books without spoiling anything. Pretty much in this one, our main character actually goes back through time and she ends up meeting the main villain of the book back before he became a villain. So it's sort of just based around that, and there's like heaps of other stuff going on as well. Yeah, so far really liking it. I didn't know if I would like it as much because it's not got like most of the same characters as it usually does. So far I'm really liking it. I just uploaded my uni assignment, so I have the rest of the afternoon to read. I do think though I'm going to switch to reading on my Kindle because I actually got the book on my Kindle as well, just because Burger sent me a new Kindle case and I'm literally obsessed. I love it. I think it's so cute, the little love hearts. Plus sometimes I feel like I read faster on my Kindle. So those are my plans for the rest of the afternoon. I've got like 200-ish pages to go. So I'll either finish it today or get really close to finishing it. Chapter and then literally just scrolled on my phone for 45 minutes, so I want to keep reading. Yesterday, and I'm now on 82% of Draekora. I have 80 pages to go. So my plan for the afternoon is to finish reading that in like one sitting right now because I am literally so into it. It's getting so good, so interesting. I feel like there's a lot of tension building up and I'm just waiting for something to happen. I'm literally so excited to finish it. I want to see what happens. I feel like as soon as I finish this one, I only have these 3 books from this series on my shelf at the minute, and I feel like once I finish this one, I'm just going to want to go and buy the next one straight away. I can't wait to just sit here and finish it and read it, which is what I'm going to do now. So I will come back with my review at the end, and then I might start my next book for this video. So yeah, we're on chapter 33. We're excited. I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm just going to get into it. I feel like I have some sort of idea about what the twist is going to be in this book, and I'm just like waiting to see if I'm right, and I really hope I'm not right. That would be rough for our main character. This book isn't very fun anymore. That was really sad. I'm at 90%. It's rough out here. Literally, what is happening right now? I've just been bamboozled. Literally, what is going on right now? Plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. Like, what is happening? I think I'm gonna take a little break and go and edit my YouTube video and look at my uni stuff, and then I'm gonna come back later with a little bit of a review and then maybe start my next book. Not gonna lie, it's been like 2 days since I last sat down. I know I said I was gonna tell you guys about finishing Draekora, but look, uni got in the way, study got in the way, and I'm only just sitting down to read for an hour after another long day of uni. So I finished Draekora and I rated it 4.25 stars. Loved it. I think I might have recorded my reaction to like the plot twist near the end of this book. The only thing I didn't really like about this book was, like, it was really, really good, don't get me wrong. I think I was just a little bit disappointed that we weren't getting to see like the normal characters we usually have in this series. Because this book is set in like the past, we had different characters and different side characters to what I'm usually used to, and I think I just missed like the normal characters. The only reason I didn't rate this higher, pretty much, it's like hard to explain without spoiling things, but pretty much at the end of the last book something happened and it was like a really big thing. It sort of like twisted the end of the book, and I thought it was going to have a much bigger impact on the story and there was going to be a lot more story and plot line to do with it. One of our main characters got into some trouble and was in danger, and I expected there to be more, but there was just nothing really to do with it, and it actually wrapped up really quickly at the end of this book, which I was just a bit confused about. So that's the only reason I didn't rate it higher, but other than that, really, really loved it. Love these characters. These books are just such like cozy, like YA, like fantasy. They're so easy to read, and if you haven't read this series, I recommend reading it because I'm obsessed. I literally finished this and I was like, I want to start the next one like straight away. And then after I finished that, I was like, look, I've read like 3 fantasy books in a row, so I was like, maybe I should switch it up and do a little bit of a romance book. So I've sort of gone astray from my original plan of what I was going to read. This is like very controversial to me because I did not like the first book in this series, but I thought I would give it another go just because I have this book on my shelf and I was sort of feeling a little romance book. So we'll see how it goes because I've heard that so many people love this book better than the first one in the series. So the book I picked up was Twisted Games by Anna Huang. This is the second book in the Twisted series. This is like an OG Book Talk popular series. I feel like literally every Book Talk girly has read this series and I'm feeling left out. I feel like I just want to know, I want to get the hype. I just want to understand. I read Twisted Love last year and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was kind of a little bit cringy for me in some parts, but I've heard that heaps of people like this book better. And look, it's a security guard, princess, like grumpy sunshine. Maybe I can get into it. But I'm also someone who doesn't love a lot of spice, and I just know this is going to be spicy, so I'm sort of setting myself up for failure here, but I reckon I could maybe tolerate it. I've got myself a little chai latte. It's in my bee mug. And I'm literally just going to sit and read for an hour for a bit of a brain break. And then I'm going to get back to my assignments. So, also loving having my reading chair back. Literally my favourite thing ever. Okay, so it's like a week later almost. Today I went to the shops and I thought I would show a little haul of what I got. I went to Kmart and I got some like markers to do some colouring, and I also bought this colouring book as well, which I think is so cute. And onto the books. I got Our Infinite Fates by Laura Steeman. I've heard quite a few people talking about this one recently, and I know this isn't like a normal vlog, I know it's a reading vlog, but I still thought it'd be fun to show what I got. And it sounds really interesting, a little bit different to the fantasy books I usually read. And it's also romantasy. So that's the first book I got. I only got 2 books. And then the second book I got is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Happy Fearless release date. It's April 8th. I am so excited. How many pages? 500 pages long. Literally can't wait. So, technically, Fearless is part of a series. So I might have to pick this one up. But first, I'll do a little reading update on Twisted Games. I'm actually not hating it as much as I thought I would. I didn't go in with very high expectations. I'm only 128 pages in, so I'm not too far into it. It's like a 400-page book, or it's a princess and a bodyguard, and I feel like, you know what, that's kind of a cute trope. The only things I'm not really liking is like I have found some parts where I'm sort of cringing a little bit, and like I feel like that's normal for me in a romance book like this. So far it's actually not too bad, and I think it's because I haven't read a romance book in a really long time that I'm actually kind of enjoying it. For now, I think I'm going to put this down because I'm literally so desperate to read Fearless, and I'm literally so excited. I just need to know what happens because the last book left on the end of a cliffhanger. For those who don't know, Fearless is the 3rd book in the Powerless trilogy by Lauren Roberts, and it's pretty much set in this fantasy world where there are ordinaries who are people who live without magical powers. They're actually hunted down and they're not wanted in this world, and then there are the elites who are people with magical powers. So all the elites pretty much hunt down the ordinaries. There are 2 princes in the books and they are both elites, and it's a romantasy series, and yeah, it's really great. The last book ended on a cliffhanger. This one, I'm really excited to see what happens, so I think I'm going to start reading it now. I've got my Harry Styles bookmark, and yeah, I'm ready, I'm excited. Might light a candle real quick. Finally time. I'm finally in bed. I finally have my book with me. I love my bed and I love my books. Reading update on Fearless. I am 120 pages in. Bit scary, wondering what's gonna happen. So far, I feel the plot's been just a little bit slow, but in the past 20 pages, it has picked up and I'm ready and it's just getting interesting. That's what we're doing. We're reading out, y'all. Reading update. I am 312 pages in. I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm not loving it as much as I thought I would. I feel like with this series, it's so hyped up on TikTok and it was so popular when the first book came out, and I really loved the first book. And the second book I rated 5 stars, but I'm not gonna lie, I would probably change that rating now looking back on it, because I just feel like I don't love this series as much as everyone else does, but I want to love it. I do really like it, and I think it's a great little YA fantasy series. I do think it's really good and really interesting, but I don't know, I just feel like so far in this book I feel like it could have been 50 to 100 pages shorter. I feel like it's been really dragged out, although I do feel like there's a build up to something, and I feel like there's something else going on within the plot that's going to be revealed. I'm just not overly convinced that I'm loving it at the moment. Like, I feel like so many people love these books and rate them like 5 stars. I just don't think it's a 5-star series for me. But in saying that, I do really love it, and I love the main character. I love Kai and his point of view chapters in this. I'm really loving, and I love the yearning, and I love the like he's obsessed with her kind of thing. I really like that. There's stuff going on, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot going on. I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna try to finish this today because I have the whole afternoon to just read, and then I have Pilates later, and then hopefully I can get this finished. Reading update. I'm on chapter 28. I'm on page 248 and I'm like 56% through, so just over halfway. I wouldn't say I'm completely obsessed with it like I have other romance books before, but it's fun. I like it. There are some cringy moments, but it's fun and it's easy to read, so you know, it's not terrible. I like the grumpy sunshine trope, so that's what we're rolling with at the moment. It's gonna be great. Hi! Hello! Come on in. Big snuggles. Hi. Oh, Toki says hi. She says, I'm not so sure. I'm just gonna stand here. Reading update. I am on page 412 and I'm 93% through Twisted Games, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored by this point. There are like some parts which I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cute, it's kind of fun, bit of high stakes are all gone. Now I'm just kind of bored. I'm like, we could have ended this book a long time ago. I sort of just want to get it over with, so I'm gonna finish it. It's not like unenjoyable, but it's just not my favorite thing I've ever read. So I just finished Twisted Games, and I wanted to do a little update on my thoughts and my rating on this one. It didn't take me long to figure out rating because I sort of already figured it out before I finished. So for this one, I rated it 3 stars. I actually really liked the whole start of it, the like tension, the grumpy sunshine, bodyguard princess thing. I just thought it was a little bit too spicy for me. Personally, I'm not a big fan of spice unless it actually adds something to the story, and I feel like it did for the most part, but then there were just some scenes which I thought were a little bit unnecessary, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I also found myself cringing through a few parts of this. I know it's sort of meant to be that kind of romance book. I feel like it was more spicy rather than sweet, when usually I love a sweet romance book a little bit more. And it was also 430 pages long, and I just felt like it didn't need to be that long. Like the princess royal coronation stuff, I just was getting bored reading. Those are my thoughts. Other than that, I did really like, and I found it really fun to read a cute little romance book when I've been reading quite a lot of fantasy recently. I did enjoy it, but overall it wasn't my favorite romance book I've ever read. I thought I would finish my video with a little wrap up of all 3 books that I read in this video. I don't really need to go through Twisted Games again since I just did that. So I rated Twisted Games 3 stars. I started the video with Draekora by Lynette Noni, which I rated 4.5 stars. This is the third book in the Medoran Chronicles series, and after reading this one, I am dying to get my hands on the next one, so I'm sure you will see me reading that one soon. Next, I read Fearless by Lauren Roberts, which is the third and final book in the Powerless trilogy. Congrats to me, I actually finished a series in this video. This one I rated 3.75 stars. I did really enjoy it. I just wasn't feeling it as much as I have the other books in this trilogy. And I just wasn't a really big fan of the plot twist at the end either. I also felt like it was just that little bit too long when it could have been a bit shorter and a bit more gripping and high stakes than it was. Other than that, I really, really enjoyed it, and I love the characters, and I love Kai. I feel like he is just one of the most perfect book boyfriends ever. So I actually really did like this one, but I feel like the ending let it down a little bit for me. And then finally, like we just talked about, I read Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and I rated this one 3 stars. So those are the 3 books that I read in this video, and it actually brings me to the end of today's video. I had so much fun filming a little reading vlog this week. I feel like I've done quite a few sit down videos and not many reading vlogs recently, so I'm really trying to get back into the reading vlog groove. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.